Rockstar created one of the greatest single-player experiences of our generation, Red Dead Redemption 2. I think we can all agree that the story of Arthur Morgan and the Vanderlyn gang is one that none of us will soon forget. With brilliantly written characters and structured story missions spread out in a beautifully put together 6-chapter long plot, it's undeniable that the game is simply a masterpiece. On top of this, Rockstar added an online mode to the game that players can immerse themselves in free of cost. After experiencing the near perfect story mode, you would think going into the online side of things that you would be able to continue this immersive Western experience in your own boots and make up your own story as you go. Yeah, well, that's not the case at all, unfortunately. Red Dead Online is a lackluster experience with a huge focus on PvP. Thing is, no one understands why. Well, I'm here to let you in on a little secret that Rockstar won't admit. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, I am Zumie Fiasco, welcome back and thank you for stopping by. To you new visitors, big ups for tuning in, and again, welcome. Today we are going to be talking about the real reason that Rockstar is force feeding us player versus player content every chance they get. This comes off as odd considering most of the community, including myself, want an online experience that brings more of an immersive and story-based experience to the table. We want to be the star of our own Tarantino film, whether it be through becoming a notorious bounty hunter seeking out criminals and bringing them to justice, or on the other end of the spectrum, becoming a renegade outlaw, robbing banks and causing mischief every chance we get. Why is there even an honor system in the game if it literally almost affects nothing? In Red Dead Online, all we have are 6 story missions and some rather generic, cookie-cutter stranger missions that half the time don't even work. When it comes to immersion, things are limited. The best thing you could do is posse up with some friends and go roleplay some different scenarios to make the game feel less boring. Ultimately though, we shouldn't have to do this. Rockstar should be setting up the game to make us feel like we are living and breathing our own story already through content in the game, both solo and cooperatively with friends or even complete strangers. On top of not being able to get our immersion on, Rockstar is constantly shoving PvP down our throats every chance they get, promoting it through social media and even in-game. A lot of the time, Rockstar will grant players with double XP for participating in certain PvP game modes at any given time. For example, if you pull up your map, you can see multiple Rockstar featured series to participate in. Hell, the online menu is full of PvP game modes and series you can launch right away with ease. Question is, why the hell is Rockstar trying so hard to push player versus player? Why won't they add more stuff for players to do when it comes to the open world? Why don't we have an option to start up private servers? Why can't we rob stores? Why is there little to no interaction between the player and the environment around them? Well, basically to answer all those questions at once, Rockstar's greed. Yes, you heard that right. Now before you freak out on me, think about it for a second. What exactly do players do in free roam? They mind their own business, participating in what few activities they have access to, whether it be missions or hunting, and they don't need much. Really, all the typical casual player is going to need is a starter rifle to do missions with, a bow alongside a varmint rifle to hunt, and maybe some ammo every once in a while. I'm not trying to speak for all of the casual players, but usually they're not worried about getting the super expensive gun to gain a competitive advantage in game, and if they do want something like that, chances are they don't mind the grind it takes to get it. The same cannot be said for PvP players. Rockstar knows how hard it is to make money in the economy of Red Dead Online. They made it so that PvP has the best payouts and XP rewards for a reason. Rockstar wants players to engage in the competitive side of things so that they will want the best weapons for a competitive advantage alongside flashy outfits and emotes to flex their gains in the pregame lobby. Rockstar knows it takes a lot of grind to get these things in particular, so players are more enticed into buying guess what? Yep, gold bars. Rockstar's money grab, the premium currency that makes it quick and easy to buy things without having to put in the time to grind. Yes, there is the exception of some things being locked behind a rank, but things are so pricey that this point is still valid. When players are getting killed by the same player with a gun they don't have over and over again, the natural response is for them to want to get their hands on that same weapon. Guess what it costs? A shit ton. Or they don't want to spend all their hard-earned cash on it, so again, they consider buying gold. In free roam, you come across players wearing all sorts of different outfits and using different kinds of guns, but in the context of free roam, you're thinking more along the lines of, what is this guy doing? Can I trust him? He's got his gun drawn. You aren't typically admiring a player's sense of style in moments like this. However, in player versus player, things are different. Here is a scenario for you to show you what I mean. Let's say you see a player performing well in Gun Rush after joining the match in progress and you're spectating. He's dropping people left and right and you're just thinking, damn, this guy is decent. Then you get back to the pre-game lobby and you inspect his character, and you subconsciously, without even realizing it, start to question his playstyle, ability cards, loadout, and even his cosmetics and sense of style. You see that he has an awesome hat you feel like you all of a sudden want, or a sick coat that you didn't even know was in the game. Later on, you go to check out that same coat in a clothing shop, all to come to the realization that it is expensive, and you have just enough cash to buy it, but you can't bring yourself to do it because of how long it took you to earn all the cash that you currently have. You then notice it only costs 7 gold bars, but you only have 3. Now you can grind for a long ass time to get the cash or gold you need, or you could just buy some gold bars from the store, afford that coat, and even the hat you were scoping out earlier. This by definition is you being fooled by a company that is taking advantage of you. Rockstar is a business, and a greedy one at that, when it comes to their online additions to their single player games. They have had more than enough time to study how the average player's mind works, and they are taking advantage of it. To them, we are just consumers, and all they see are dollar signs. This game is still in beta because it isn't finished. Now, I am not defending Rockstar when I say it's not finished, it's in beta. What I mean is that they are drip feeding us content that has already been produced while they continue to work on the big shit like Heist that we may see way down the road. Rockstar wants to drip feed us content while they continue working on the game, getting every penny out of us that they can. Think about this really quick. Which one do you think sounds better? Drip feed beta or finished product release? I'm assuming you would say finished product release because that does sound better. To Rockstar though, drip feed beta sounds better, and here's why. As things are drip fed to us, they are all new in the moment, and they are the only new things to grind for, so they are more sought after. Now, if the game was released with everything in it that they eventually intend to add, players would have way more freedom of choice in how they spend their money, and they wouldn't feel pressured into buying any certain item simply because it's what's new and trending in the game at a certain time. For example, a new outfit that is considered new being added into the game. First they let you preview it and say that it's coming soon, then it comes out and you want to get it because it's new. On the other hand, if Rockstar would have released the full finished product, that same outfit would be among several others, making the value of it not nearly as high. Then the player would actually have choice in buying 1 or 2 outfits that they actually liked, instead of the alternative of feeling pressured into buying every single outfit as it is drip fed to them due to the new factor. So there you go, the reason why Rockstar is pushing player versus player so much. It is making them money. PvP is advertising for their guns and outfits, and as a result, it is enticing players to buy gold bars. What do you think of this? I think it's sad and pretty cancerous, to be honest. A lot of players don't see this, but it's not their fault. They are being taken advantage of. Hopefully things will get better soon with the big spring update. Players will have more things to do hopefully, and you guys can do free roam things, and you can still do hunting stuff and basically learn new ways to make money. And I hope that there are ways for us to buy new items instead of having to grind PvP and get enticed to buy these new guns and things like that with premium currency through the item shop buying gold bars. It sucks that our brains work this way sometimes, and they trick us into doing things that we don't need to do, but it's a matter of patience, and we need to be patient with our time spent in Red Dead Online and just try to grind the game a little bit more. I know it sucks because there's not a lot to do, and you want to hurry up and get the new things, but the economy is so bad and things cost so much, they're literally trying to coerce you, entice you, push you to buy these gold bars. Don't fall for it, guys. This video was made to wake people up if they didn't already know, and if you did already know, that's awesome. I'm glad you knew. I hope you're not falling for the gold bar trick. If you are, it's okay. I understand. Even myself as a content creator, I don't have all the time in the world to play the game, to level up, to make money, to make gold. I don't have the time to do so because I'm making videos and I have a full-time job and I have other responsibilities that keep me away from playing online for fun and for grinding purposes. So I myself have been enticed to buy these gold bars, but I've avoided it. I've talked to a friend about it and we talked each other out of it. So just try not to fall for it. Let Rockstar get their shit together before we throw any more money their way. Anyway guys, that is it for today's video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please be sure and leave a fat like rating down below to show your support to the channel. And also, if you are a new visitor or a returning one and you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so and turn notifications on so that you don't miss out on any weekly uploads. On a side note, I wanted to thank each and every one of you lately that have been showing your support here on the channel. It is insane how much you guys have been putting likes and comments on my videos. I can't thank you enough, and you've been hitting subscribe so much that we've almost busted that 10K milestone. That's right, the Fiasco family is almost 10,000 members strong. Let's make that happen with this video, you guys. I know we can do it. To you new visitors or returning ones, let's do it. Let's look forward to the journey ahead. I feel a bright future coming on, and I can't wait to have you guys along for the ride. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next one. Later.